My name is Locke and this is my story. Well, my life before Jesus was, just a regular worldly life like anybody else would lead. I had, by what the world would consider, or what the world has standards for, I had, family was fine. I had been in church a few times, but God wasn't really big in my life or anything like that. I was really hard working in school and had, good friends and good family and a decent life all around. So on March 21st, 2010 is the first time I'd been in Resonate, and when I walked in the door I knew there was something different about it. Not just because people were running around playing basketball and having fun, there was real joy that they had, and it was different. It felt right. It was not like the Methodist church I had gone to before, where everybody was, in their Sunday best and sitting on the pew very politely, quiet, waiting for the pastor to get up and start speaking. It was everybody was hanging out and fellowshipping, and it was just different. It felt different. And Pastor John Michael started preaching, and I heard about Jesus and all he had done for me, and why haven't I heard about this before? Why has this been kept from me? And just hearing Pastor John Michael preach and, realizing that my life could be that much better, made me realize that I needed Jesus. Realizing what he had done for me and what God had for my life was really, really what brought me to that realization. I got saved that morning, and I know I got saved because it changed the way that I looked at everything. It changed my outlook on life, how I acted, what I thought of everything that went on around me. Jesus has changed my life because he took me from the old nasty sinner that I used to be and turned me into something totally different. And really, it was kind of a process how Jesus changed, how that really changed me. First, it was like awesome, on fire, let's go, and that just kind of became a part of my daily life, I guess, and I kind of backed away from that a little bit. I kind of got into a little bit of lukewarmness and kind of, okay, yeah, this is okay. This Jesus thing is all right. Jesus never really. After the first few months, he kind of fell to the wayside, second, third place in my life, where school was, school is school. It's going to take priority regardless of, whatever, whether you can look at that logically and say, well, does eternity matter or does the next 4 years matter? But at that point, I didn't have that perspective. And over the next 2 years of my life, I was just kind of back and forth between lukewarm and on fire, kind of back and forth. And I didn't really have it in my mind what that meant, what being saved really meant for me. And I got that realization on April 25th, 2012, when my buddy shot and killed himself. And I didn't know if he had ever made that decision to have Jesus as part of his life or as his life. And I didn't know that, and I just repented in that moment. It's like, God, forgive me for being this lukewarm. I didn't that moment, I got the realization that this isn't a game. This is life or death. It's absolutely life or death. Every single day, this matters. Where are you ending up? Where are you going? What does your life mean? What does your life here mean? And what does that mean for you for eternity? And started really living on fire for God, because I didn't want that to happen again. I didn't want to feel like that, and I didn't want anybody else to not at least have the opportunity, at least know what Jesus had done for them before they died or made some sort of decision to end their life like that. And ever since then, it's been Jesus is absolutely number one. School doesn't matter, nothing else matters. Jesus and nothing is everything. And really, you let your life revolve around that. Scripture says, you follow God and he'll add everything else unto you. You really make him your priority, and that'll be, your life will be more amazing than you can ever think of it. And it changes you. It changes you, especially that experience. It changes you, changes how you live.